Hello, this is Dr. Jill Young, and I am going to go over week 3, all the week 3, work that we have. I graded assignments. I'm sorry, I'm not even done yet, but I will be done by Tuesday night. I have started grading, and I want to go over a few things. Let's just talk about some feedback first. I'm still noticing students not meeting word counts for assignments and papers. Really need you to pay attention to the length requirements of your assignments, because even though, some people are very, eloquent enough to get all of the valid points into a, shorter amount of space or a shorter length of paper. But most people, they give you the guidelines for a reason, because that's kind of what you need. That's a good number to get, make sure that you're covering everything. So I would really pay attention to that, because when I see something shorter, I read it, but then you're missing some major points. So, if it's, much shorter, and even if it's a little shorter, sometimes I feel that there could be some more elaboration on certain things, concepts, whatever. So what we need to do is, you need to scroll down here to this box. See, in this individual work assignment for week 3, for example, here's the length, 2 to 3 pages. That's full pages, APA style. Still seeing a lot of problems with APA. If you're going to give me a source at the end, that's great. Obviously, you should be, but you also need to include an in-text citation. You can't have one without the other. Basically, when you do have a reference and you don't have an in-text citation, I have no idea what part of your paper is from the source, and I need to know that. A reader needs to know that, and you need to start doing that. So make sure to do that in your papers. So I'm going to go over the individual work first. So what it is basically more assessments. You've got 2 tests here. First thing you do is you go on page 147 and you read, "Timeout, what type of thinker are you?" Let's go there, see what we can, I'm sorry, it always takes me a minute to get to the e-text, because it's just kind of, it just takes a minute. What are you going to do? Okay, so going to go to page 147. That's pretty fast. Sometimes it's slower than that. What type of thinker are you? Fill this out. Print it out and fill it out if you want, or it's probably easier to do that. Okay, let's go back now that I'm on there. Do the risk assessment questionnaire as directed in question 1. Risks in the workplace. 170. Excuse me, let me go to that one. And here we are. Here's the other assignment. And in that assignment, there's a question, the exercise. To complete this exercise, follow this procedure. So basically, you're going to read this, and then you're going to follow these directions. And then here is the exercise. Let me go. Here, and it goes on to the next page, and it goes on to the next page. So you're going to do that assignment. Now, once you do those 2 things, you're still going to take this, and you're going to click on this link. It's going to take you to a test. Here's that test, team player test. Then you're going to go and do the last link, team roles test. There you go, and that one. So I know you've got a lot going on here. I think what I would do is, honestly, I would do them all, print them out, lay them side by side, read the results, start thinking about the results, and summarize the results for each assessment. Do not just regurgitate your scores or your choices or whatever. I don't want that. That is not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is for you to give me summary of the results and what basically does that mean about your behavior and your performance as a team member. What are the implications of those results? And what are your strengths and weaknesses based on that? In other words, by looking at your results, what could you do to change or improve your teamwork skills, your conflict resolution skills? That's what I'm looking for here. Basically, I want you to, analyze yourself based on these assessments. So, and when you're writing the paper, it needs to be 2 to 3 pages in length. It needs to be formatted in APA style. You will have to recite, you will have to probably, well, I'm assuming you're going to end up using your text. You're going to use your text to do the assignments, but if you're going to use concepts from your, when you're writing your results, if you're going to use some of the concepts in your text, cite your book, cite your text. Just because you took just because you took these exercises, you don't actually have to cite that page. But what you want to do, if you're going to talk about, well, this is the results that I got in this questionnaire, blah, 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 then you do want to cite it. So just it depends on how you're going to present it. Are you going to just talk about you took assessments and this is what you found out about yourself, or if you're going to refer back to the text, that's fine too. So that's really all there is to that. Class discussion. Basically, chapter 4 you're going to read chapter 4 in its entirety, and then you're going to answer the 4 bullets. What are some advantages and disadvantages of working in a team? Give me an example of a bad group exercise. What made this group ineffective? Think of any time that you worked in a group where it didn't work out well. What do you think? Why do you think some highly cohesive groups have low productivity? And have your experiences with highly cohesive groups been productive and effective? Explain. So basically, same thing. Reply to 2 students. Expand on their ideas. Make sure that your responses are substantive. A minimum of a paragraph. That is 5 sentences. I want to see a nice substantive paragraph for 2 students. Whatever you do, don't post 3 or 4 little ones. Because it's quality over quantity here. Quality makes no difference to me, period. I want to see quality. 2 responses, all you need. Give those 2 all you have. Focus on those. Because that's one of the big problems I see, is that the responses are just not detailed enough. So that's about it. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to email me, text me, call me. I'll be happy to clarify anything that you might need help with. So thank you and have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from you this week in class.